Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. I bring to you another gem from the Frankfurt Motor Show, which is the Suzuki Swift Sport. Now this is the new generation Swift that will be arriving in India next year, and Swift Sport sits at the top of that range. Suzuki is likely to launch the car in India, considering they have launched the Baleno RS in India this year, and the Swift Sport might come to the Indian market in the later half of next year. It will be launching in Europe in the first half of the next year. So let's have a look. Standing here in this bright red color, which looks very sporty, is the Swift Sport. Let's take a look at the front end. We've got these nice looking projector headlamps with LED DRLs, normal kind of fog lamps, and if you notice, there's a carbon fiber look-alike diffuser at the bottom of the bumper. It's not real carbon fiber, it's just carbon fiber finished plastic, and the same is carried over for the number plate holder as well. We have a new grille for the car as well. The car on show here has 17-inch alloys which are machine finished and look particularly nice. We are not sure yet if the launch models will also get the same alloys or not. They might get some other alloys in India if we get the car there. There's a carbon fiber look-alike side skirt as well. This is the side profile of the car, and we can see that the rear door handle is mounted next to the glass window, similar to the Chevrolet Beat and a few other cars. Now rear is where the sport difference come into picture. At the bottom we have these dual exhaust outlets which give it that sporty touch it requires, and the carbon fiber look-alike diffuser is also there. The rear of the car is uncannily similar to the Toyota Etios, and that is what a lot of people feel. But in person, it's not that similar. So there's this plasticky part at the C-pillar, which is not particularly to my liking. Let's take a look at the boot space. So the boot of the car looks bigger than the current generation Swift. Let's take a look at the interiors. It's got request sensor on both the doors, which is a nice thing. And the model here also gets heated door mirrors. Moving on to the interiors, gets this all black theme with some nice red accents which are in a gradient and have a nice texture to them. I'll try to focus on it. Alright. Also there is this nice infotainment screen which is seen on many other Suzuki models in India. It gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The auto AC controls, the USB port down there, and the regular power outlet as well. It also gets a flat bottom steering which is covered in leather and has red stitching on it, which looks very sporty. Even the instrument binnacles have a red lighting to them, which again looks really nice. And the design is much nicer than the current generation Swift. The power window controls are just the ordinary buttons, but we do have internally adjustable outside rear view mirrors. The inside rear view mirror has a manual day-night switch. Ordinary looking air vents. Another feature specific to the Swift Sport are these bucket seats, which have very good bolstering on the side, as you can see, and they will hold you in place very well when you think of driving it hard. And it also gets a 6-speed gearbox. Gets these nice sport mats as well. Moving on to the rear of the car, you can see that it's got red accents in the upholstery as well. But the rear seat space doesn't look to be too much more than the current generation Swift, which might be a bummer for a lot of people. Having set the front seat to my height, I'm just trying to sit on the rear seat. And as you can see that there's not too much of leg room and there's very little knee room. But there is ample amount of headroom that I'm getting. Having spoken about the car, let's talk about the highlight of this, which is the engine. Now this is a 1.4 litre booster jet engine, which is a bigger version of the engine found in the Baleno RS. This one produces 140 horsepower and it has 230 Newton meters of torque, which it produces in between 2,500 and 3,000 RPM. Considering it is a turbocharged unit, the engine isn't all that big and there's a lot of free space in the engine bay for further upgrades, as some enthusiasts may want to do. Right, I'll do a quick walk around the car again. It's the rear 3/4 view. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, comment down below if you have any queries, and do not forget to subscribe to MotorBeam.